Later today.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jess.
I'm Seth.
I'm Jenna.
And this is my first time doing show this semester because I've had some complications with who I'm doing it with. But yeah. So, so first, what we're going to talk about is this weekend, the musical Carrie the musical is going on. So Friday, today, and tomorrow, Saturday, it's going to be in Murphy Auditorium at 7. Tickets are sold at the door. They're $7 for students and seniors and $10 for everyone else.
Yes. We love Carrie.
Yeah, so I'm in the show, and Lisette is in the pit.
Hello, I'm in the pit. Yes, I play guitar.
She's talented.
No, stop it.
No, she's super talented.
Oh,
but
God.
yeah, I don't know. What do you think about the show, Lisette?
Ooh, okay.
As an outsider.
As an outsider, okay. So I kind of got asked to do the show last minute, which was super nerve-wracking because I know that the soundtrack in this show is very complicated, but I love it. And I went in not having any expectations. Like, I had no idea. I know that it was a student-run show, and like I said, I didn't have any expectations. I was just, curious to see what would happen and what you guys would put up, and then I was like blown away, not gonna lie, like by the performances and how talented everyone is, because I feel like stuff like that doesn't get showcased that much here at Iona.
Like, I feel like because the fall show usually like isn't that big of a deal.
Yeah.
So like even when I did it, I was like, oh, like it's a fall show. It's not gonna be like as big of a production as like the spring musical where we like bring in a director from the outside, because Eddie Rose is directing this show, and then the choreographer is Elizabeth, and then Laura is doing the music, which I give her so much credit for.
I don't know how she does it because she's she's trying to help you guys. She did you guys with the harmonies and like everything, and then she's cueing us, and she's playing piano and doing like really complicated parts.
It's insane,
mind you. And I'm like looking at her and I'm like, what measure are we on? Like, I don't know. And she keeps it all together. She's awesome.
And then like it's not even just harmonies in the music. There's like people singing and speaking at different times,
and which made the music for us complicated too, because of the fact that it's because we kind of also have to go based off of how you guys speak and perform, and you also don't want your performance to be robotic in itself. But it was really cool watching people, and like there are a lot of people that I've never seen before on campus that I saw.
There's a lot of freshmen too, and I love them.
And so talented.
I know.
I would have never known they were freshmen or anything.
The freshmen are really cool this year.
And great voices, great at acting, and like just the whole performance, and the fact that it's student run is so impressive.
I know.
Like the fact that there's like, and that's not at all to say that like student run productions aren't gonna be good, but like the fact that there's no like professional, like
insane. And
professional work being done.
We have mics, we have a pit that's all student run, and it's like insane. Like it's I'm really proud of Eddie because
it's really cool. It's really cool how we put it together.
And I usually don't do the fall show, but I was like, because usually the fall show is not a musical, and I'm not like, I act sometimes, but like singing is more of like what I do. So like I usually don't do the fall show, also because like it's not as big of a production, like But then like it was my senior year, so I was like, I'm just gonna do the fall show. And then literally best decision ever. I've grown so much closer with even the seniors.
Yeah.
Like, so fun. I love it.
I'm really upset that this is only the first time that I got to do the pit, because I love musicals and Broadway and all that stuff. So when she asked me to do it, I was like, yeah, for sure. Like, I'll definitely do it. I mean, I was a little overwhelmed because I got the music so late, but like, that's nobody's fault.
Yeah,
It's just events. But like,
pretty hard.
I'm very happy that I did get asked to do it, because like this is awesome, and the fact that I'm being a part of it is like super cool. Very excited. The show's gonna be tonight.
Yeah. And then Jenna watched the movie yesterday.
She did watch the movie.
The horror movie.
I was getting nice texts while she was watching it.
And that was her first time watching it. Did you watch the old one or the new one?
The new one. I had no idea what I really didn't know what Carrie was about. Like, I don't do horror at all.
It's weird.
Yeah, so I when I was asking people what it was about, I mostly heard that it was like a high school.
Yeah, I told you. I was like, it's just somebody who gets bullied and she has powers. Like, that's what I've been telling people.
I didn't know she had powers.
Yeah.
So when everything just happened in the movie, I was like, oh my God. And then Taylor laughed at me the whole time. Yeah. I was freaking out. I was just not expecting any of it at all.
It's like disturbing.
Yeah, I had no idea it was a Stephen King book either, which is like, that went right over my head.
Eddie Rose, the director, he watched the movies and read the book. He's so
obsessed with this.
Yeah.
And the way you guys put it on, but what was I gonna say? I forgot now. Ansel Elgort's in that one, right?
Yeah.
He plays the he plays.
Oh my god, I forgot.
Yeah, he
plays
the guy,
Chloe
the-
Grace something.
Chloe Grace Moretz.
Yeah,
Liz
she
Carey.
that I never saw the old one. I only saw like the beginning of it, but I did watch the new one and I liked it.
Yeah, I thought it was really good. Like it was a little like really bloody.
Well,
And like
yeah,
I'm very
Truly.
very bad with horror and like
Mm.
any kind of gore.
definitely a
That's
horror
what's
movie.
that's what's
yeah,
funny though,
everybody
because
said it wasn't horror.
you don't, because I knew of Carrie, but like I never like actually because when I saw that movie, like I was half
It's
paying
not horror
attention.
until the end.
It's exactly
Yeah.
that's the thing. I was very confused about it. Like I don't want to spoil anything either. But like I was just very, very caught off guard with the ending. I was like, wait a minute, and then I kind of like made sense to me. But also the one thing that stinks about being in the pit,
You can't watch.
I can't watch the show.
Yeah.
Because I tried watching it, but I have to like pay attention to my cues and stuff like
Yeah.
that. The only time I watch it is like when I'm waiting for, like, if we're in a vamp, which is a vamp is usually just repeat a measure over and over again because
Mhm.
there's usually dialogue and stuff. And I'm waiting for the actor to finish talking or to
Mhm.
like cue me almost by what they say or they start singing. That's the only time I get to look up. Other than that, I'm so like in depth with the music, especially because I didn't have a lot of time. Like I don't memorize a lot of it. But it stinks because like the one rehearsal, like at the end, like when you guys went all out to the dress rehearsal.
Yesterday?
No, this was last week, I think.
Oh, your first time?
My first,
Yeah,
not my
yeah.
first time. It was the first time you guys did like
Everything.
the whole 9 yards. Yeah. And I was looking up and I completely missed my cue for the destruction.
Oh
at the end.
yeah, yeah.
I was
yeah.
like just so caught off guard by what was happening on stage. So that does stink that I can't like fully,
Watch.
but at the same time, like I love being a part of it, especially because I get so into the music and
Mhm.
you guys sing so nicely. Like
Aw.
I love jamming out because to me that's jamming out.
Yeah,
Like
no,
you
yeah.
got Lorigan on the piano, you got Alex on the drums, and I'm like
So
just
good.
ripping out on the guitar.
The
Yeah.
pit is phenomenal. Laura on the piano, I
Laura on
like
the
you
piano is
said, I
crazy,
really
dude.
don't. I really don't
This
know
girl,
how she does
like she's playing like really difficult music because she's also recovering the parts that we didn't get to learn. Because technically speaking,
Oh my god, really?
there's two guitar parts, and the reason for that is one guitar is playing lead, which is like all the little plucking things that you hear, the little solos, all that stuff, and then the other one should be playing chords, but through arpeggios and stuff like that. So you're playing the build of the chord, but you're playing the notes within the chord.
Mhm.
But like I said, we just got the music, so like we don't know it, and also like it's really complicated music. It takes a long time to learn that kind of stuff. And for
Yeah.
me, who I don't really know how to read music like that for the guitar, so I'm kind of just making stuff up and vibing with her and going off of it. But
Yeah.
some of the major parts that need to be played, she's playing on the piano while playing her part as well,
That's insane.
while
Yeah.
also cueing us, like looking
Yeah,
at the
she'll-
pit, and
she'll be
she'll play with one hand and then like tell us to quiet down, like slow down, and she's like cueing us, and then she'll look at me and tell me, okay, this measure, or you come in. And so she's doing.
She's amazing.
I don't know how she does
She's
it.
amazing.
I have no, and she can also sing really
Yes,
nicely.
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember I met her for the first time last year when we had callbacks for Mamma Mia, and I was like, wow, this girl's a really good singer.
Yeah, she's awesome. I love being an instrument ensemble with her too because our instrument ensemble group is made up of 2 trumpets, 1 flute, 1 cello, 2 drummers, Laura on the piano, me on the guitar, and then 1 girl on the cello. Yeah.
Say that again.
What?
What's it made up of?
2 trumpets,
2 trumpets.
1 flute, a piano, 2 percussion, me on guitar, and a girl on the cello.
So your flute is the only woodwind. There's 1 flute.
Mhm. So you can only imagine how we try and make that work. I mean, honestly, my professor does do his best for that, but we're actually doing like I don't
Jenna's like
I don't want to give away like what we're doing because if you want to come out to the show, it's December 6th. Just saying.
I'll be there.
Yeah, cool. 3
Also
o'clock
will
in
be-
Murphy Auditorium. I'm gonna do a little guitar solo if you want to come see it. No biggie.
So I'm definitely gonna come see it.
Stop
then.
it. But yeah, so like they're in class. We're playing some like modern songs. And we just vibe out. Like we literally get each other from across the room. We're like just shredding out, like going
and
off
Laura?
of each other. Yeah, we vibe really well.
Even that one rehearsal where it was
It was just
you were-
us 2?
Yes, yeah, you guys were vibing so
we get so
hard.
into the music. We're like, yeah. She's like, yeah. Like, and we tell each other too. We're like, oh, it sounds so good. But you guys can't hear us because everyone's like singing and stuff.
What sounded really good yesterday was I think it was right before we went on, right before we were like, and like he got it on the drums for the first time.
Oh, so when I'm doing the
yeah. Oh my god, so
actually,
good,
it was so good. Yeah. We love to see it. You did didn't you do pit stuff or did I make that up?
Yeah, I did when I was in high school.
What was that like for you in high school and stuff? Because I never experienced pit. I never had the chance to.
Well, our pit was usually made up of like the entire
Yeah.
school's band, so it was like 200 students and like a big orchestra at the bottom.
How
And
do
we
you
would do, and we also did like Broadway shows, like we recorded stuff for that, and we recorded things for Disney. So we used to have like full orchestra.
You recorded things for Disney?
Yeah, we used to work in Disney and work in
How
their,
cool is
that's
that? She's so
awesome.
low key about
I
it.
know. She's like, yeah.
No, but like we're talking here, like, yeah, we're doing like this little.
No,
Our
like, the
pit's made up of
band-
2 guitars, a cello, a bass, a drummer, and a piano. And
We-
you're like, oh, we got like 200 people, you know, in a whole band.
And we made music
'cause
for
there
Disney.
Were,
What?
There were 300, so there were about 300 students in each band class, and there were 4 band classes. And then there was the marching band, which is like people handpicked from each band class. And when you were in those, you were usually put in like the musical productions made for the school. And we used to have the actual scores from Broadway. And then when we would re-record their shows, they would give us free tickets for Broadway shows. And then when
That's
we went to
awesome.
Disney, we used to record in the Disney recording studios, which were amazing with the actual Disney like directors. And it was beautiful being in like real instruments like that are just that nice. And always playing in the pit was just always so nice because I love playing in big orchestras like that where you feel the music.
Yeah.
And then you hear them singing, like, because I'm a percussionist, I was always able to kind of see the stage because I just, muscle memory, you just kind of memorize your music after a while because we used to play it so often. And like usually our shows were pretty, like we used to actually have a student run show called Sing, which is a really ugly tie-dye
Oh wait,
shirt
I've
I
heard
wear all the
about
time.
that.
Okay.
Yeah, we used to
Is
do
that like
Sing.
the schools on Staten Island like do that?
Yeah, it's a big competition where
Yes,
each
yeah.
grade battles each other by
I've heard
a
about it,
student
yeah.
like produced and like written show. And you battle between, which grade will win.
Mm-hmm.
But that was always so much fun. I've been in the pit for anything that there was up until college.
That
Wow.
is so cool. Like she's just so, you see how like that's a subtle flex. Like she's
Yes.
so cool
Yes.
about
I
it.
mean, I
Like
don't
that's awesome.
do it anymore.
No, but still you got to experience that
That's
in high school. Like that's
awesome.
sick.
High school still counts.
Yeah, for sure. She went to Disney and worked in Disney
Yeah,
Studios. It
that's
doesn't matter what
awesome.
grade you're in. That counts like
Well,
forever.
My friends, Jules and Eleni, they went to they're from Staten Island. What
Mhm.
school they go to? Wagner.
Yeah.
Wagner. They went to Wagner.
They're our biggest
Their
competition
theater
for music. Yeah.
their theater like program is insane. They'd like go to Broadway and like perform.
That's what we do that too. We
Like it's
perform
crazy.
in,
That's-
because Wagner and Tottenville were
can't
like the 2
relate.
high schools that had the biggest music programs, and we used to always compete for like which high school would get which Broadway like production, which one would go to Disney, which one would
And
always
Eleni like
compete.
would do it.
yeah,
Yeah.
so
it's a
jealous.
lot of fun. It's
Yeah.
really
That'd
amazing.
be so cool to be exposed to that because my high school.
My high school, I
We
didn't
did
do it.
not.
Okay, so freshman year, I went to go do it. I literally like went to like where like the meeting before like auditions or whatever, and then like I was gonna do it, and then like 2 days before I like chickened out, and I also didn't do it freshman year here because I chickened
Kellenberg,
out.
right?
Yeah, Kellenberg.
I went to go see The Little Mermaid at Kellenberg. I think
When?
it was. I don't remember what year it was. I went to go see 1 or 2 shows at Kellenberg because my friend went there. Yeah, my high school theater music program, all that was non-existent.
Where'd you go?
West Hempstead High School.
Oh, you went-
Yeah. But it was still fun. I didn't get to do so I love theater and stuff like that, but I didn't get to do any of my theater productions in high school until my senior year because I played basketball.
Mm.
But then once I committed here, I was like, you know what, I don't want to get hurt, so but I couldn't do like nothing. Like I had to do something to do after school. So I decided to try out for my high school play or a musical. And it was the 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee.
Oh yeah.
You guys did that
yeah,
here.
we did it here.
You did that here the same year that I did it. So I came here because I knew I was coming to school here and I found out you guys were doing it. I came and watched it. I played Leaf Coney Bear.
Yeah, I don't know the play that well,
So-
but yeah.
Basically, it's like a play about a spelling bee, and it's like you're supposed to be like a small child, like I don't know what age, but you're supposed to be a small child. And I played a like small little boy, but like we didn't have enough boys in our theater program. But this character was like there was nothing defining about him that made him a boy.
Mhm.
Where it's like his gender didn't really matter in the show. It was just like it was more of his personality and character that did.
Mhm.
So it's funny because the whole point is that this kid is like super awkward and weird. And when I went into my audition,
Wait, were you him?
I was him, yeah. Yeah, it
was.
was a perfect fit. And my director said so himself because when I walk in, I was so awkward. He's like, I was like, all right. And he was asking me all these questions. I was like, you know how I just don't know how to like talk to people. And he told me afterwards, he goes, the minute you walked in and the way you stood and the way you spoke and the fact that you were just so awkward, I just knew right there and then that this was the perfect character for you. And in the beginning scene, I rolled in on rollerblades. Like I come in on rollerblades, I have a helmet on, I'm wearing a red shirt and like weird Under Armour and like these funky pants that I got from like Savers and blue shorts and the whole nine. It was, but I got really sick, of course. The weekend of the show where I had like no voice.
Happens.
And the nice thing was is that my character didn't need to be a good singer.
Yeah.
But for me, like I had like 102 fever. Like I was on the stage and I was like,
well, MK last year for Mamma Mia, she had bronchitis or something, like so bad. She was singing, like what?
I was just gonna say her voice.
Oh,
I've yet to
you
hear her
okay?
sing.
No. She's gonna blow you away, Carrie.
She is
That's not
so
even me trying
talented.
to like. That's not even me trying to hype her up because I did Skiggles last semester.
She is so talented.
And I loved going to Skiggles rehearsals because of the fact that
she is
for
one
me,
of the best people.
Rehearsals and practice for Skiggles was like a free show for me. I got to sit there and she's hysterical.
She's so funny. I know she's really
But
funny.
then you look at the other side because this show is obviously like more serious. And the character she plays, so she plays Carrie's mom, which is like
a huge
role. She's like this crazy woman that's like and you saw the movie, so you saw the way she plays this character. Let me tell you, it gave me chills when I saw it for the first time.
Yeah,
like,
especially gives me chills every time, and I'm not even watching it. I hear it from
because of the fact that for me, I've always seen her in that comedy space. That seeing her switch off to somebody that's supposed to play this crazy woman that's like it. I don't even know what to expect. And the way she sings and the passion that she puts.
Her last song right before Carrie goes to prom. Do you know what I'm
talking? Yes, I do know. What you're talking
good.
So,
oh
just
my God.
her whole body language and the way she like puts the emotion into the song, the way she's like it's not just you. It's scary, and this is one thing that I really like about when I watch the show. Sometimes some of the actors are just so good that like that's all I know them as because I don't know them as people. To them, like they play the part so well where I'm like, no, that's who you are.
Olivia
that's who you are as a person. Yeah. Olivia is Chris. Like it just comes.
She's like the mean girl.
But I don't even know how to explain it. It's one of those things where it's like sometimes I'm like, that's not the MK that I know. Like I don't know who that person is on stage. Like she just plays the part so well where she really does become the character.
She's so talented. She's funny. She could sing, she could act, and then 2 days ago during rehearsal, I don't know if you were there, all of a sudden she starts banging out on the drums, and we're like, MK, what? Then she takes your guitar and starts playing, and then goes to the piano, and we're like, who are you? Like, are you a person? Like,
that's crazy.
She's insane.
That is wild. But
like I
awesome.
I wrote in her playbill, I was like, you're so talented, like are you even a real person?
Yeah.
Like
she's a very down to earth sweet person too. Like she made me feel so welcome in Skiggles because like I was super like, oh, this is so awkward and weird because I don't know anyone. But no, she's awesome. I don't even know.
God, we've been talking for 17 minutes. We should probably end this.
Okay, sure.
Okay, and then we'll do another segment about Halloween when we're back.
Oh, okay, cool.
Wait, that was fun.